guys so much. My name is Tiburzi, and today I'm here to talk about an organization called UMD Students Helping Honduras. And basically what we are is we're a chapter of a nonprofit organization called Students Helping Honduras that works to implement projects that promote education to at-risk children in Honduras. But before I get started today, I want to introduce you all to a friend of mine. This is Nemati. She's 6 years old, and she lives in a village in Honduras called And even at the young age of 6, it's so clear the potential that she has. She's already a leader. Kids younger than her, older than her, they look up to her, they listen to what she says. It's kind of like whatever Nemati says goes almost. This little girl right here, she has a dream of one day being a doctor. And I want to tell you a story today about a group from the University of Maryland that's on a mission to help her get there. It all started about this time last year, when our Students Helping Honduras contacted our chapter and a few other chapters and told us about Nemati's village in Honduras and how they didn't have a school for about 80 children living in the village. They were studying in this abandoned building right here with no roof, which meant that every time it had rained, which in Honduras is quite often, classes were canceled. So they're only going to school about 3 months out of the year, which is a huge disaster, a huge waste of opportunity. And SHH challenged us to recruit as many volunteers as we could to come down to Honduras on a 1-week service trip to start building Piñatera, a new school. And we were so inspired by this story, we started recruiting volunteers the next day. We spent all last semester recruiting volunteers. We ended up bringing 23 Terps down to Piñatera to start the construction of the school. In fact, the city that we fly into in Honduras, it's called San Pedro Sula. It's known as the homicide capital of the Western Hemisphere. So my mother just cringed in the audience when she heard that for the first time. But actually, I think that really speaks volumes that we sent 23 people right to the heart of that city. It speaks volumes how much we feel about this project, how much we believe in the power that this school has to change lives in Honduras. And here's the school right here. After 8 days, we built up about 4 feet of school with the resources that we had. So we left a lot of work, but more importantly than that, we left a promise in Honduras, a promise to the people of Piñatera, that we were going to come and tell their story to every single person that would listen until we could raise $25,000 to finish this project. And that's what started our Do Good Challenge. And the Do Good has really been a platform as we've been on our mission to raise $25,000. And when we first started out on the mission, we kind of took a whatever it takes approach. We said we would do whatever it took to raise this money. And, you know, we ended up narrowing it down to some impactful ideas. And some of the things that we've been doing, we started a designated driving service. We ran it one weekend. We rented a bus and sold tickets to Terps to get on the bus and travel to D.C. It was a safe ride to and from D.C. We're presenting our cause to everyone who will listen. We're going back to our high schools, Rotary clubs. We're happy to be talking in front of you guys today about it. We've been buying Honduras coffee, selling it in the United States for a profit. We're trying to take an entrepreneurial approach to raising this money. One other thing that we're doing, we've been planning our big event. It's a 5K coming up. We've been planning it all semester during the Do Good period. It's coming up in 2 weeks. We have people signing up for it by the day. We've also been soliciting our family and friends using online donations to get some money for the school. And one of the ways we've been doing that is through our If I Were This Age campaign. So if you can't tell, this adorable child right here, this is me. I want to ask my parents why they didn't cut my hair. They're sitting right over there. So one thing that we've done is we challenge our members to go home and find the most ridiculous picture of themselves when they were the same age as the kids from Piñatera and post it on Facebook and say, if I were this age, I want someone to build me a school. And put right directly underneath of it the link to our online fundraising page. And that has helped us get over 120 people to donate to us. And the University of Maryland chapter has raised $7,300 towards this project. And combined with chapters from 2 other chapters, we've raised $19,000 towards our goal of $25,000. We're $6,000 away from building this school. Just a group of students with an idea to help a village in Honduras. And we're going to build a school. Tonight, $5,000 could put us down each person. This means a lot to us. One impact of our project is we want to show what a small group of people can do when they work together. I'm a college student, a lot of college students out there. I have $0 in my bank account. I'll be right honest with you. What we're trying to set out to prove is that you don't need money to change the world, even if you're trying to raise it. You need passion, energy. You need to surround yourself with the right people, and look what can be accomplished. We want to show our 120 donors what can happen when we build this school. But here's our other impact, and it's the big one. You guys remember Nemati. What if one day this school helps her become a doctor? Think for a second about every single person in her life that she's going to impact or inspire. That's the real impact of this project. It's not just about helping these 8 kids realize their full potential. It's about what them realizing their full potential means to their families, their communities, their country, and even their world. We believe that the next president of Honduras could come out of this school. That's how much potential we see there. And that's why we're so passionate about this cause. That's why we told the people of Pimentel that we would tell their story to anyone who would listen. Tonight, you've all heard the story. And with one text message, you have the power to help us write the story. $5,000 for these kids, and we can change their world. So that maybe one day, they can change ours. Thank you very much.
And I also think what was kind of interesting to me was that number, becomes really easy for us to understand and to relate to, and the distance between what you need and where you're at really drives the point home. So, well done.
Kevin, you are so natural up there and clearly equally passionate about this project, and we're so lucky to have you on board. What I loved the most about all of this, aside from the fact that you were able to raise the money and that you're doing such a great thing, is how clever you were with that strategic social media angle when you posted pictures of you all. Loved your big hair, by the way. I think you should be thanking your mom. But I think that's what you need with social media to start getting the hits and the retweets and people liking your page and whatnot. And I hope you are going to get the money. And when you do get the money, I hope that you show a video of the school being built so we can all watch it. And I bet more money starts pouring in at that point.
I was impressed with your skill in terms of team building. You were able to put together people in a very short period of time, and obviously you made these people believe in what you believed in, and that's a very difficult thing to do. And I think you should be congratulated for that. But also for you, I think you're seeing what can happen when you do work this hard to put this together, and the final results will be